Join an online learning community for creators with over 17,000 classes. Be one of the first 500 people to click the link in the description to get a 2-month premium membership for free.
Jordan's messages.
Now look, I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, okay? Because I know mine are up. Josh said that this message, there is a particular message that is the best message that has ever been asked on messages. That is a bold statement, Josh. We've been doing this for like 12 years now, probably. How long have we been doing it?
12 years.
I just made that number up.
Yeah.
12 years, guys. It's instinctively inside of me. Best message ever. Maybe not the best messages episode ever, but the best question ever. I'm scared. Let's get to it. Jordan, I liked this guy and my friend hooked me up with him. We became friends and my feelings... Look, I don't want it. Is this the right piece of paper?
Mm-hmm.
We did this question already. My feelings prosper. I can quote this.
No.
My feelings
Where's the other
prospered
paper?
So fast. Remember that?
Yeah, where...
This was last message.
Where did
You
the other-
promised me the best message ever, and you give me this.
Did I...
The question is gone. Oh. Guys, I think that the episode is over. I don't think
This
that there...
one? No.
Why would it be underneath that pile of stuff?
Well, because I just put that stuff there.
If you have lost these messages, did you even save them on the computer?
Yeah. Where did I put it?
Oh, I did. I printed out the wrong one.
Now that printer is going to be going in the background.
I'll
Solid
shut
10
it off.
minutes.
I'll shut it off.
Did you shut off the printer? This guy I like, and wait, they don't even say hi, Jordan.
This is so presumptive.
They just expect that I'm going to be responsive to this. Can you imagine walking up to a stranger? I am technically a stranger to this person. And just starting to talk without saying hello? We'll let it slide this time. But from the start, this is not going to be the best message. It can't be. This guy I like and suspected had feelings for me asked me out. But the thing is, period. I can't date him because I am 15 and can't date till I'm 16 because of my religion. And because, is that in the Bible? Is it in the Bible that you can't date when you're 16? And because my parents would kill me. That must be in her religion as well. So I told him that I like him, and I told him the reasons I couldn't date him, and he told me that it would be hard. And I told him that I understand. Then he told me that until then, he hoped we could still be friends. In case this helps you, this all happened over text. That is very helpful. You see, I know that I can't hold him back for a year because that would be harsh. So I expected to see him dating a girl at some point later on. A week later, literally 5 feet away from me, I saw him snuggling and kissing a girl. He would look up at me from time to time and give me a friendly smile. This cannot be real. This can't be real. A friendly smile. Just envision this. That's what she said.
Maybe, I mean, I think it happened, and that's how it happened in her mind.
So
know?
was it more like he was smooching this little girl, and then all of a sudden he looks up and he's like,
Maybe-
"Oh shoot!"
Maybe they're a little smoochy on the side, and then like 5 minutes later, he looks over and sees her, and he's like, "Oh hi,"
oh, okay.
and she's like, and then you look at me.
Okay,
kiss her, then look at
okay,
me.
I get it. This is probably real. He would look up at me from time to time and give me a friendly smile. Whatever. My best friend was there with me at the time, so now she hates him. When I saw this, it hurt me, but I didn't want to be angry at him, so I didn't know what to feel. The thing is that generally cared about him as a person. Why? And I don't know what to do. Like, if he ever asked me out, I don't know what I would do. He is still friendly towards me and is nice to me, and I'm still nice to him. But my best friend hates him and doesn't want what should I do? Look. Alright, I am suspicious of a couple of things in this message. Number one, I don't really believe this message is about how you're worried that your best friend is gonna feel towards your non-existent boyfriend because you're 15. Okay, I think you're asking the question vicariously through your best friend so that you know what to do, because you don't want to admit that you're furious. Okay, I'm furious. I can't believe this guy smooching somebody looking up at you every 5 seconds. That's messed up. If that was you that he was doing that with, smooching somebody and looking up at this other girl, what would you think? How would you feel as being the girl that he's kissing? You're even in worse of a situation than the girl that he's looking up at. If you're the one that he's smooching. Okay, so what is the classic thing that I say?
She's not on the hook here for
That's right.
Kissed this.
Right. You haven't kissed this dude yet. Get away from this freak. I only call him a freak. People get upset when people call people freaks, but if he truly is, as she has claimed, kissing somebody and staring up, that guy is something's messed up. Okay, I don't know what else to say. Get away from this guy. And your best friend, if she really exists, get away from her too. My boyfriend and I have been going out for about 5 months now, and things are pretty serious. We love each other very much and have told each other that. However, merely saying I love you doesn't seem to be enough. They're about to get really philosophical. Here we go. I really want to express to him how deeply I feel about him, but I just don't seem to have the words for it, and it's killing me. All of the feelings are too much, and I need to let them out. What can I do? Miss Unexpressive. Wow, I appreciate the shortness of that message. That was very nice. Okay, so your main worry in life is that you've dated somebody for 5 months and you're trying to figure out the best way. You're staying up all night long. It's all you're missing classes. You're barely doing your homework. You're trying to figure out exactly the right words to tell this dude how much you love him. I would suggest, people are gonna think I'm being sarcastic here, and I'm not. This will help you catch up with your schoolwork that you've missed. Learn another language. The English language is terrible when it comes to trying to express love. Learn French. Okay, I've heard that language. Look, okay, if you're speaking French to somebody, I don't care if it's a stranger on the street, they're gonna think that you love them. Okay, if you learn it decently at all and can say to this guy, I love you in French and a couple of other like cute phrases, I think that's all that, you've taken the time. This guy is really gonna believe you. Okay, so I'm not being sarcastic either. I think that's a pretty nice sentiment you could do. Guys, do you know what the messiest thing is that you could ever do? Not develop any valuable skills. And now, thanks to the internet, there is no excuse. Knowledge is at your fingertips. Here is my personal favorite way to develop skills. It gives you unlimited access to classes that help you gain the skills you need to do projects you love. It's called Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 17,000 classes in writing, photography, film, and more. It truly is the Netflix for learning. And they have classes no matter what you want to learn. We were on there today and we found one that looked really cool about mastering mastering logo design. Who doesn't wish that they knew how to make incredible looking logos that didn't look like Microsoft Paint? They also have classes on learning to video edit, going freelance, lifestyle photography, and much, much more. When you get the premium membership, it gives you unlimited access to high quality classes from experts working in their field. Skillshare is great because it helps you improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. The best news is that Skillshare is way more affordable than the other learning platforms. It's less than $10 a month for the annual subscription. But if you are one of the first 500 people to click the link down in the description below, you're going to get 2 months of the premium membership for free. Seriously, go check it out. You will not regret this decision. Click the link down in the description below. Next message. Dear Jordan, I went on a church retweet. On a church retweet. Dear Jordan, I went on a church retreat this past weekend and met this guy that is the epitome of perfection. She met Jesus at the church retreat. This is gonna be her salvation story.
Keep reading.
Like, if my 12-year-old self had seen him, Jesus, I would have melted and my now liquid substance would have exploded whenever he was within a 15-foot radius of me. He is extremely philosophical, Jesus, right? Athletic carpenter, he had to have been athletic, and can play approximately 8 instruments. She's really, Jesus could have probably played a lot more instruments than that. I don't remember how many. He is also sensitive, which is very emotionally attractive for females and was homeschooled like I am. I have now left the retreat and he was gone home as well. But I can't stop thinking about his perfection. How do I get rid of these emotions? Because if I don't stop, I'm going to obsess over him.
There's a PS.
Oh. P.S. He was a counselor and probably a 20-something in college if that affects your answer in any way. Just throw that little fact in there. Why don't you? A little factoid. Okay. Well, that little PS ruined my idea that this was Jesus you were talking about. That you met Jesus at the retreat.
2 twists there.
Yeah, two twists. This is the question. Is this PS trying to throw me off the scent that she's talking about Jesus? If you reread the message, it really seems like she's talking about Jesus. The problem is that she wants to stop obsessing over him. Just like a typical teenager, wanting to stop obsessing over Jesus Christ after you leave a retreat. Okay? You need to get on fire for God. If this PS is really trying to throw me off the scent, it didn't work. If the PS is true, and this really is a 20-something-year-old that you are in love with, depending on your age, you probably... Look, I don't care what your age is. You don't... Just get away from this guy. Okay? He hasn't thought one iota about you. I'm just gonna be real with you. He's gone. How about that? Dear Jordan and Josh, you might want to start writing on your board now because this is going to get confusing. The critical part of this is that I am a half adopted. My mom got married, had me and my siblings, then my dad died. Years later, she remarried, so I have no blood connection to him or any of his family. Okay, now Josh, start writing this down because this is extremely confusing to me. So when I was 6, I met my second cousins for the first time. I only really got along with one of the boys who was surprisingly adopted as well. When he first saw me, he ran over and gave me a kiss on the cheek. Of course, 6 years old, okay. Of course, all of the parents thought it was adorable and no one said anything about it. When they left to go back home, I kissed him on the cheek so we would be even. And every time we saw each other since then, he's kissed me on the cheek when he first sees me and I kiss him when he's about to leave. Everyone thought this was the cutest thing, so nobody ever told us to stop doing it, which is probably a good thing. Oh boy. When we were 13, our parents said we could not give each other massages anymore because it was inappropriate behavior now. It's only inappropriate now. I have some words to say to these parents. We couldn't understand how it was inappropriate, so whenever we were left alone, we would sit shoulder to shoulder and be really close because our families had cracked down on how much we touched each other. When we were 14, we had our first real kiss, and since then, whenever we met up, we didn't cheat kiss anymore. We just waited to be alone so we could for real kiss. Wow. This is probably the most disturbing message we have ever received. And you know what? This is the best message we've ever received, too.
Thank you.
Is this... Okay. At 15, we decided we wanted to date. It was hard because he lives 2 hours away, so it was a long distance.
That's the difficult part.
That's the only difficult part. We are both 17 now and going strong, but we now have no idea about how we will tell our parents that we're in a relationship and have been for the last 3.5 years. Any ideas from H? Now, Josh, the people are confused. I'm trying to understand what the heck is even happening.
Okay, so the girl is the author of the message.
Author.
Not related to this the guy that her mom married. Okay, they're not related. And also, this guy is not related to this cousin character.
No.
This cousin character is adopted too. So 2 times over, she really is trying to drive home the point
That she's not related.
Not related.
Not
to this guy.
related.
2 times over.
Okay, let's look.
Now.
I got this.
Okay.
I think the people understand. Look, alright. Here's the thing. This is the weirdest message I've ever received. I gotta try and figure out what to say. This truly is your parents' fault. They have created this monster. And when I say monster, I mean this situation.
How could they not have known about this?
Oh, they did. That's the problem. You know when something's going on... I'm not a parent, so what do I know? You know when something's going on that's kind of fishy, but you don't really want to deal with it at this very moment because it's going to be difficult. Well, once that situation starts to progress more and more and more,
situation turned 17 years old
and has been lying and is now dating for 3.5 years to her cousin, then the parents are like, oh no, what have we created here? This is their fault. You're thrown into this terrible situation. Now, here's the thing. You have not done pretty much anything right.
I like the part where she was like, we didn't feel like we were doing anything wrong, so we just went in hiding and sat close to each other.
Well, here's the problem. The problem is that they probably didn't feel like they were doing anything wrong because their parents were like, oh, you guys can kiss each other.
Right. They were it was instigation.
It was instigation, and they were thrown into this. The kids were thrown into this.
In their formative years, they're told, hey,
it's okay
kiss
to
your
kiss.
cousins.
They've seen them massage each other. We don't care. All of a sudden, you turn a magic age, and they're like, oh no, and then they have a meltdown because you guys are like touching each other. Okay, look, people thought I was gonna tear this person apart. I'm not. I feel for this person because they were thrown into that. Their parents created this situation. And now look, you're going to have to be the bigger person than your parents were when you were younger, okay? This is what's going to have to happen. This is the most confusing thing ever because you guys are technically related, but at the same time, it feels like you're not related in the slightest, okay? I have never been there, so I have no clue what to tell you. Maybe you guys really are a great match. Okay, maybe you guys have made some terrible mistakes along the way. I don't know the legal status on this either. That's another thing I'd have to look up.
Gotta probably stay away from the legal advice on messages.
Yeah. Okay, this incredible show can't stop because of some legal advice.
I think maybe if this was handled correctly from the start, maybe something could have been worked out, but the fact they've been hiding it for
for
years,
this long, that's the problem.
That's the situation.
You got that. See, sometimes you mess up, and sometimes you really mess up, and then doors get closed. Okay, and the sheer fact of you're 17, you know, you seem like you've been hiding stuff, but you seem like you have a decent relationship with your parents. Okay, you kind of been going off the rails here for the last few years. I don't know, honestly, if this relationship is salvageable. I honestly don't know. And those are because of choices that parents have made and you and your cousin boyfriend have made. This is such a messy situation. I would say that you might not actually like this guy as much as you think you do. but you've just been doing this progression for so long, you just gotta stop it at some point.
Kissing cousins in secret.
Kissing cousins in secret. We've all been there.
Nothing more fun.
We've all been there. Every single one of us has been there. Well, guys, one of the best message questions ever asked. I don't know if this was the best episode we've ever done. Okay, I don't like making those judgment calls, but I will make the judgment call on the fact that was one of the most nuanced, complicated questions I have ever had to dig through my brain to answer. And I hope I did it justice. Come back soon, okay? Because we'll be here. We're always here. You just come back every week because there's always a new episode posted. You just keep missing them.
The algorithm.
And it's the algorithm, okay? And if you can't find it, just watch the last video we posted that you probably missed.
There you go.
Okay? Because of the algorithm. Don't be messy. And leave good messages.
That you were the best they could do. I can see why they put the blame on you. Shame.